We're in a celestial conflict. We're in a battle between good and evil. But what is our role in this galactic conflict? This is part 3 of a 6-part series on ultimate rest. Our key text is found in 1 Corinthians 2, verse 9, the New King James Version, and it says, "But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him." The title for part 3 is The Countdown. Concerned about when Christ would return and the end of the world as they knew it, on a mountain east of Jerusalem called the Mount of Olives, Jesus' disciples questioned him, saying, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the signs of your coming and of the end of the age?" In response, Jesus provides specific details on the signs of his coming and the end of the world. Jesus' response is considered his famous sermon. It is recorded in Matthew chapter 4. It covers an uninterrupted historical timeline from his days until his second coming and even beyond that. Jesus wanted to give his people down through the ages a rough outline of what would happen in the end time, so that those living at the end of time could be prepared for this climatic event. He wanted his followers to be able to rest confidently in his love, even when everything around them was falling apart. And it sure feels that way right now. The prophet Daniel in the Old Testament lets us know that there will be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. And Jesus wants us to prepare for this major event that will occur before his second coming. Matthew 24, 4 through 8 says, "And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nations will rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdom. And there will be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in various places. All these things are the beginning of sorrows." Matthew 24, 23 through 31 says, "Then if anyone says to you, Look, here is the Christ, or there, do not believe it. For false Christ and false prophets will arise and show great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. See, I have told you beforehand. Therefore, if they say to you, Look, he is in the desert, do not go. Or, Look, he is in the inner room, do not believe it. For as the lightning comes from the east and flashes to the west, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. For wherever the carcass is, there the eagle will be gathered together." Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then the signs of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, And then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Based on Bible predictions and Jesus' sermon, his return is extremely important. It is so important that he let us know that his coming is not figurative, as some would think. It will be a literal event at the end of time, and everybody will be able to see it. The last time there was a worldwide climatic event, only 8 people in all the world were ready for it. When did this happen? This occurred thousands of years ago when the earth was destroyed by a flood in the days of a man named Noah. Jesus compares the unexpectedness of his second coming to that event called the flood. It's found in Matthew 24:37 through 39. Matthew 24:37 through 39 says, "But as the days of Noah were, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not until the flood came and took them all away, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. So in the days of Noah, the flood came and caught the people off guard. Thus, everyone was destroyed except Noah and his family." Does anyone know the day or the hour of Jesus' coming? No. According to Matthew 24:36, which says, "But of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only." But although no one knows the day or hour of Jesus' coming, God has given us warnings that provide us with signs we can look for as we observe the happenings occurring in the world around us. As we observe these signs, God in Matthew 24:9 through 14 lets his followers strong in the faith know what they can expect at the nearness of his coming and what they should do. Matthew 24:9 through 14 says, "Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you. You will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come." In this galactic conflict, we are not to be mere observers. We are to be active participants in spreading the good news about Jesus to a dying world. Consequently, this means that we can expect to face persecution. Jesus' promises in Matthew 24:13 is, "But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved." However, enduring to the end is not for the weak of heart. The unfortunate thing is some who profess Jesus will give up, especially under the pressure of persecution. The time to prepare is not the night before the test. The time to prepare is now. How do we do that? What choices do we need to make every day so we do not fall away? We will address these questions in part 4, marching orders. Check it out.